Welcome back, trainers, and yes, we have another video. Let's get into it. We're going to be taking a look at some more premier battles in the Ultra League here with the Kanto trio and the Shadow Lapras that I did use an Elite Quick TM to get Ice Shards. So I'm still loving this thing. I don't regret powering it up whatsoever. It was quite expensive, and that secondary move and all that stuff, but it was well worth it, as you're going to see here. So this is kind of the team that I fall back to when I'm testing things out and just kind of start losing or whatever the case may be. I kind of go to this team and I just start pulling off these wins here. It's just that fantastic. Now, you know, it does have some things it needs to look out for. Glade could be a potential threat. Charizard is down. But yeah, you know, otherwise this is a pretty good coverage team here. All right, so going up against the Gyarados. All right, we're just going to go straight for the Skull Bash. It's pretty obvious that that's what's coming their way, and they do shield it up, and we are able to raise our defense here. And we're going to go ahead and let this go through, expecting maybe an Aqua Tail. It's going to be a crunch, taking us out. That's fine. Now, what we're going to do at this point is go in with the Venusaur and get to a Frenzy Plant here. And I am so sorry I did not mention sooner. This is Bestinwest, a content creator, as a matter of fact, and a friend of mine as well. I did actually get my friendship bonus with him here. He said good games afterwards. Really good guy. So shout out to him. I will have a link to his channel in the description if you want to check him out. See what he has going on. Anyways, we're going to be getting off a Sludge Bomb and then swapping into our Charizard here. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is a Sludge Bomb, or is it a Frenzy Plant, surviving with literally 1 HP to get off this Dragon Claw here. They're going to get off 1 Vine Whip, take us down, no farm really. That's great. We're going to be able to get to a Frenzy Plant and take the win on that very low HP Venusaur with our Venusaur. Fantastic. And, whoa, wait. Charizard. Okay, we farmed it down. Wow, that was, okay. A close one there. Good games, Bestinwest. Awesome, good stuff. Moving on to our next opponent. What kind of name is that? I mean, are there bots? I don't know, man. I don't know about all that, but kind of an odd name. But anyways, up against an Obstagoon here with the Charizard. Now, we're going to be leading Charizard for the entire video, so that's how I just set this team up here. Letting that first one go through, we're going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw, see if we can get a shield out of them. They are not shielding up. They know better than that. Alright, so at this point, I think we're going to, let one more go through. They're going to go for the Blast Burn, but they're deciding to swap into an Ampharos, and we make an immediate swap into our Venusaur here, and we're going to let this charge move go through. Hopefully it's not a Dragon Pulse. It is a Focus Blast, doing quite a bit of damage, but we're still looking pretty okay here, building up way more energy than we need to get off a Frenzy Plant so we can be ready to go for whatever they do decide to bring in. Farming them down, just getting that much more energy, that's great. What are they going to combat with? It's going to be a Venusaur. We're going to go ahead and go for Sludge Bomb. Looks like we have about 2 ready to go here. We just need to get off a couple more Vine Whips, and we're able to get off another Sludge Bomb here. They did decide to shield up that first one, and we're going to be able to get this one through here. They have 1 shield left. We have 2, and at this point I'm thinking, what should I do? Let this thing go down? Absolutely. We have a Charizard back there. Why would I do that? Okay, I'm going to shield it up. All right, and go for another Sludge Bomb here, and we have the Obstagoon. Okay, I see what I was doing, because we're going to be able to resist the counters and get to another Frenzy Plant. Really? Okay, well, I guess I planned that very well. Going in with the Charizard, trying to catch a charge move here. Going back with the Venusaur, we have the Lapras back here. Finally bringing it out after we were able to let them gain a bunch of energy with a quick move here and a quick move there. Able to get to another one. Going to go ahead and use the shield this time around. They are shieldless. We should be able to get to a Surf with the Shadow Lapras. Finally seeing some action here and taking down the Obstagoon. All right, well, played out a little bit differently than I thought. On to the next battle, we're met with a Togekiss. This is a good matchup for us, of course. And we're getting ready for the swap here, and there it goes. Finally into Swampert. They did gain quite a bit of energy on the Togekiss, probably ready to go with a charge move. Swapping into Swampert, we're going to go right into our Venusaur, of course, and letting the charge move go through. Just a Hydro Cannon. That is great. But if they do go for Earthquake, that will be taking us out at this point. They decide to shield it up. Don't think they have an Earthquake already, so we're going to go ahead and let this go through. Yeah, that was a little too quick. Almost able to farm it down. I don't know if I can survive a Hydro Cannon at this point, so what I'm going to do is just farm it down. That's fine. 1 shield, looking great. We have a bunch of energy on our Venusaur. Obstagoon is going to be entering the battle. Going to go for 1 Frenzy Plant, getting to another one here. Am I able to swap after this? I think that's going to be the call. Yes, it is. Going into Charizard with a Blast Burn. Not even playing any games here. Taking that. Whoa, they swapped into Togekiss to catch it. Okay, good call. And going for another Blast Burn here to finish off the Obstagoon. The Charizard's going to be taking the win. Wow, double Blast Burn at the end there. That was pretty satisfying. On to the next battle here. We're met with a Venusaur. This is just, you know, I mean, doesn't get any better than that. Well, maybe it does, but they're swapping into their Charizard. Okay, and we're going to be going right into our Shadow Lapras here. Going to let this first one go through. That was a little quick and expecting a Dragon Claw. We don't need to shield that up. Going to go ahead and go for this because Surf is going to be doing a ton of damage, and they're letting it go through immediately. They're bringing in a Poliwrath here, so, obviously, we're going to just let this go down and go in with our Venusaur, of course. They're hitting us with Dynamic Punch. Okay, that's fine if we waste that energy. Going to be going in here with Venusaur. Now, they didn't really farm us extra energy, so we don't really have too much to worry about regarding that. They're going to be swapping into their Venusaur. We're going to be going right back into our Charizard and going for Dragon Claw here. I could go for Blast Burn, but, you know, they have 2 shields. I was expecting a shield there. They're very brave, or very wise. I know exactly how many times or whatever they've been counting, but they did not shield that Dragon Claw. Going to be getting another one through. They let it go through, and they're going to be putting all their chips on the Poliwrath, it looks like here. Going to go for the Blast Burn just because, I mean, that's fine. They're letting it go through again. 2 shields. I don't know what this guy is doing over here. What kind of plan? Maybe it's because I still have 2 shields. He's like, I'm not using my shields if you're not. Okay, that sounds good to me. We don't need to use shields this time around. Except for I'm like, yeah, I give up. I'll use a shield right here just in case. Right? And we're going to be able to take the win there. So looking great. Always pulling off about 3-2 or 4-1 with this set here. Even sometimes 5-0 a few times. It's just so great. That Shadow Lapras, would I switch it for a regular one? No, absolutely not. Although the regular Lapras is perfectly fine. So, I mean, you do what you got to do. Obviously, Shadow Lapras is not cheap as well as that Elite TM that you're going to have to use. Alright, so on to the next battle here. We're met with a Charizard, so we have the mirror match. Let's see how this does go down here. And we're going to be building up to a Blast Burn and going for the Dragon Claw here. Usually I like to go for the Blast Burn. Alright, they're letting it go through. Okay. Hoping to get a shield there, but this works too. They're hitting me with the Blast Burn. Alright, so what are we going to do here? They let the first one go through, expecting a shield out of them now. And there it goes. Fantastic. Now we're going to be able to get to another Dragon Claw here right before they're able to get to theirs. Now, I think I won the CMP because my Charizard's attack is stupid high. Yes, exactly. And that's one of the benefits of having high attack as opposed to lower attack in the Great and Ultra League for specific Pokemon that have higher CP, because I know everybody's talking about you need lower defense and stamina to have more bulk, which is true, but if you have higher attack, you can win a lot of those CMPs, just like that Charizard there. Anyways, the Lapras going in and farming down, looking great. No more shields on their end. We're going to be swapping into our Venusaur here. They're going to be going into their own Venusaur. Now, it's, you know, looking okay for us, but we can still mess this one up. So let's see if we can stay on track here. Building up to do Sludge Bombs here. We're going to hit these right back to back. They have no more shields left, so this is going to be bringing them very low. Maybe we might be able to farm. And I'm thinking, all right, perfect. Now the Poliwrath is going to have energy ready to go here, so they're going to be throwing an Ice Punch. What are we going to do? Let this go through and bring in the Lapras here, and we're just going to go Skull Bash. Since they have no more shields, this is going to do a ton of damage. Fantastic. We did bring up our defense here, and we still have a shield. Easy money. We're going to be able to farm down at this point if we wanted to, but I think we're just going to hit that Surf. Well, they have another one back-to-back. Dynamic Punch should not take us out. We're surviving it. Typically, that would have easily taken out the Shadow Lapras, but since we did raise our defense, we're going to be able to stay in this fight and take out that Poliwrath. Let's get it. On to the next battle here. You may have seen this trainer on my last video and where I did actually take them out, but I think the tides are going to churn. Sorry, I don't want to spoil it for you. They're still running that slow, bro. Let's get it. We did just take a look at that to see how it does perform, and I say it is pretty darn good. So we're going to be swapping into our Lapras because we don't like that matchup with our Charizard, and now they're going to finally be swapping into their Lapras here after they did get off a Psychic to potentially lower our defense, and they did. I think they're going for a Skull Bash for sure here. Yeah, so they just raised their defense, and that's a regular Lapras. We do not like this. We have an even shield situation here, so we're just going to go straight for this, expecting a shield to come out of them here. Or they're going to just let it go down. Okay. So we do not really have energy at this point, and they're going to be going back in with Slowbro. We're going to be making a switch into our Venusaur. Taking the risk here. Now we have our backs to the wall at this point. We have a Confusion user and a Charizard, and they still didn't use their shields. They are flexing on me here. They know exactly what they need to do to get this job done, and we're going to try to burn as many shields as possible at this point. So we got one. We're getting another one here. Well, nope, that's the first one. What am I talking about? Charizard's loaded on energy. Going in with our own Charizard. I don't think there is a chance. for any of this. Yeah, and I rage quit. Look at that. I left that in there so you guys can see. Yes, I even rage quit, but I've shown that before. So we're met with an Escavalier. This is very good, obviously. They're going to be swapping into Swampert, and now, well, we have the leg up at this point. Now, we're going to obviously expect them to come back in with the Escavalier and just farm us down. So that's great that they got out that Earthquake there, bringing us pretty low. So they're not going to be able to farm too much, but on the other hand, we're not taking very effective damage from counter. Therefore, it's going to be able to build up even more energy as it's just hitting us over and over again with this not very effective move and building up energy. By the time it takes us out, yeah, it's not going to be good because they're going to have a ton of energy. But fortunately for us, we're able to spam a couple of these Frenzy Plants, and yes, it's not very effective to it. As a matter of fact, it resists it quite a bit, but they do add up because Frenzy Plant is broken. So I'm going in here with Charizard, and they're going to be swapping into a dang Jolteon, and I was like, oh my gosh. Alright, well, let's just think about this. Let's slow down, take a breath, and we're going to get through this here, alright? So we're going to be doing a ton of damage to it, so we just have to burn those shields. See, this is horrible, obviously, you guys can tell, because, well, that's going to be super effective to both the Lapras and the Charizard, so I have a couple of decisions to make here. Now, this was my saving grace. They got their energy off right here. If they didn't do this, I think they could have won. I'm pretty sure they could have won. So since they did get off that energy, they don't have extra energy to take me out here. So we were able to get a shield out of them. And we're going to, yeah, I guess I could have almost farmed down, but we're not taking that risk. We're going to go straight for that Dragon Claw. And then in comes the Escavalier. We're able to farm down, take the win. So them using that energy at that moment was the moment that we had to take advantage of the situation and take that win there. Great. Met with a Tangrowth. Hey, let's get it. Now, obviously, we know we've studied this Pokemon, right? It's going to be able to win the matchup against Charizard in the 2-shield situation. So they decide to switch. They're like, nah, I'm good on that. And we're going to go ahead and go in with our Venusaur here to just absorb these body slams and spam it with Frenzy Plant, because it's still going to be doing a ton of damage to Snorlax, right? To everything. Even to a Steel and dang Bug type. Frenzy Plant is still just tearing them apart. So body slams are going to start adding up, as well as the licks here. We've used one shield. Let's see if they decide to commit to a shield to the Snorlax here. And they're letting it go down, which gives us switch advantage. In comes the Dragonite. Doesn't really get to farm too much. This is perfect. Going in with the Lapras. They're going to be swapping back into their Tangrowth, and that Tangrowth does have energy. We're going to be able to get off a Dragon Claw and take them out. Wow, I thought I wasn't going to take them out. I swear they had energy ready to go. A charge move. In comes the Dragonite. We're going to be going for that Dragon Claw. Able to get to another one. And that is Shadow, so they definitely do not want to let this go through. It's going to hurt it quite a bit. They're burning both of those shields here. Are they going to farm us down? Well, the thing is, we're going to be able to shield this up, hit the Dragon Claw. How much damage is this going to do? I don't think it's going to KO. And then we're going to go in with our Lapras after they farm us. Don't, never mind. It's going to KO. And we swap and we say nay. All right, well, good game. Moving on to the next one here. All right, so we have another Charizard mirror match. I mean, this technically isn't horrible. I mean, I don't mind it, really, because at least it's not up against my Venusaur. We're just faced up against a neutral matchup here. So hitting me with a Blast Burn, we're building up a lot of energy. So we're going to go ahead and go for Blast Burn this time around. Let's see if we can get this through. And we do. Fantastic. And we're able to get to a Dragon Claw. And since, remember, we have that high attack, we're going to be able to beat them to the CMP charge move there. So we're able to take them down with the Dragon Claw. They come in with the Gyarados and just farm us down. We're going to go ahead and go in with the Venusaur here. And Aqua Tail is not going to be very effective. Crunch is going to hurt us. But it's going to take them a while to get there with that Dragon Breath, not really gaining energy too fast, while our Frenzy Plant is going to be able to spam them. And Vine Whip is actually going to be digging in slowly but surely here. So we have quite a bit of energy ready to go. Letting this Crunch go through, getting a little bit brave here. And now we're going to go ahead and spam the Frenzy Plants. So getting one off and swapping into the Lapras here to chunk away. I mean, with the Ice Shards, I mean, it's doing good damage. We're going to go ahead and let this Crunch go through onto the tanky Shadow Lapras, and we're going to farm this thing down very aggressively. They go in with the Venusaur, and they decide to just back out, and they say, yeah, I'm good. On to the next opponent, we're going to be met with a Togekiss. This is fantastic. We love to see this one here. They're going to be swapping immediately into Licky Licky. Very interesting. And we're going to be going right into our Venusaur here. So I was just thinking kind of like same mentality as Snorlax. Let's just go ahead and go with the Venusaur. So we're perfectly fine in this situation here. Shadow Ball, yeah, it's going to hurt. Earthquake, yeah, it's going to do damage. But looks like they're just going to opt to go with the Body Slams at this point. We're going to go ahead and shield up one of those. And they haven't used a shield at this point. Let's see if they want to keep that Licky Licky alive. They're letting it go down. Okay. Okay, that works. Or are they going to come back in here with That Togekiss. Okay, that must mean they have like a Mudboy, Swampert, something back there that does not want to see this. Maybe a Lapras, but I don't mean... Lapras has that Ice Shards to combat the Venusaur. So they're going to be shielding that up. We got their shields. That's great. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go in here with Charizard. Shield this up. It doesn't matter what it is. It looks like it's going to be an Ancient Power. That would have definitely hurt quite a bit. Building up to a Blast Burn. I didn't want to get off my charge move right away. I was expecting them to swap. Looks like they have a Snorlax back there that I did not want to reveal. Very interesting. So not a Mudboy whatsoever. No more shields left. This Body Slam is not going to quite take us out. I think I should swap right after they get this off. Yep, so they can't farm us down without us getting off a charge move here. Able to get to a Surf, and this should about KO. That's Snorlax. And we're going to be able to take the win with the Shadow. Looking great. On to the next battle. We're met with a Shadow Snorlax. All these Shadow Pokemon, guys. It's getting very fun. I like them. I really do. Especially my Shadow Mawile. You guys already know. And it's like my almost signature now. I'm not signature, but... Shadow Lapras, man, it is beautiful. It's so fun to use too. So we're going to be able to get that Blast Burn off onto the Snorlax here. We're going to go ahead and let this Body Slam go through, doing a ton of damage. And we did use a shield, unfortunately. Able to get to the Blast Burn. That's big. Let's see if they decide to let this go through. And they do, getting half of that Lapras' health. Fantastic. Going to go ahead and go in here with our Venusaur. And I'm feeling pretty comfortable, even though they have 2 shields here. So we're going to be getting off this Frenzy Plant. And they're going to be using that 1 shield. Are they going to be going for the bait Surf? They're going for an Ice Beam. So good thing we shielded that up. They're going to be swapping into Togekiss, and we're going to go right into our Shadow Lapras here. Now, we have no more shields, and they have 1 shield. Let's see if they decide to shield up their Togekiss. They decide to not shield it up. Okay. Let's see what they have in store for us here. Going for that Ancient Power. Should be able to KO. Okay, fantastic. And hit this Surf right away, just to do as much damage as we can before we do go down. They're going to be shielding that Surf up. That's actually... Okay, we're able to get to another Surf. Wow, that's pretty big. But this is not going to KO. Going in with our Venusaur. I think Ice Beam's going to take us out here, folks, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, I remember this battle, and then they take us out with 1 HP. Now, that battle right there was going to be my last battle for a potential 5-0, and I lost to somebody who had 1 HP. So, good game. But man, was that 5-0 so close. All right, on to the next battle here. Now we're up against a Drifblim. Going to go ahead and let this Icy Wind go through, lowering our attack. But still, Drifblim is not that tanky. And we're going to go ahead and just throw a Blast Burn at it. And it is going to use as shield here, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and let another Icy Wind go through. Because we have, what? Lapras with Ice Shards. It's fine. Not able to get to that Dragon Claw. Not the best situation. They're going to be swapping into a Bombasnow. So what we're going to do here is just, what, shield this up? Yeah, I think so. We don't want to take an Energy Ball to the face. And we're going to go ahead and go with the Skull Bash here, raising our defense. And let's see if they decide to use a shield. And they don't. That's huge, doing a ton of damage. Now I'm expecting Weather Ball because they got nervous. They just wanted to fire off their energy before they went down. Exactly, perfect. And we have our defense raised on a Shadow Pokemon. They're bringing in Machamp. That's fine. Yeah, it's super effective, but we're going to be doing a lot of damage right back anyways here. So they're going to be going for a Cross Chop. Not enough to take us out now that we have our defense raised. Fantastic. Able to get to another Surf barely here. This will do a lot of damage if not KO. Well, no, never mind. That would have certainly KO'd. All right, so we're going to be swapping into our Venusaur. Now, it doesn't look great for us here. Using our last shield, and they get off that Icy Wind, lowering our attack. Is this going to KO, folks? Let's see. I don't think so. Going to be close. This Icy Wind is probably going to just about take us out. Wait a minute. I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to the Icy Wind. We're perfectly fine. In comes Machamp. We're going to be going for a Frenzy Plant. We're totally fine. I'm not too sure why I thought the Icy Wind was going to do more. Okay, fantastic. Venusaur is Venusaur. All right, so we're met with a Magnezone. This is good for me. This is good for them. Really depends. Technically, a little bit better for me. I'm doing more damage with quick moves here, I think. As long as I use 2 shields, I should be fine. So we're going to shield this up. It's going to be a Wild Charge. Expecting a swap in there. It goes right into Glade. And we're going to swap into Venusaur. Yeah, not the best situation, but we're going to force a shield. Let's see if we're going to here. Yes, there we go. But the unfortunate part is they're going to be able to farm down. Now, we're going to have to go back in here with Charizard. I'm thinking, there's no way we can win this here. I mean, we have a Lapras and they have a Magnezone. This is not good. We're going to have to use a shield here. I know that Magnezone has another Wild Charge ready to go. So let's see how this plays out. We're going to have to use the shield here. In comes a close combat. Have you seen that on a Charizard before? It hurts. and I screw up here. Could have won. We go for a Dragon Claw onto the Magnezone. I don't know why I did that over the Blast Burn. There's no more shields. We would have been able to take them out, but instead we're going in with the Lapras after going for the Dragon Claw, taking us out in one shot. In comes the Charizard. They're taking us down, and they take the win. And I say good, because you know what? That was a dumb mistake on my end. On to the next battle. We're met with a Gramble here, and it is actually going to have Charm. So not very effective to us, but chunking away, because that's just what Charm does. That's just what Charm does. So we're going for the Blast Burn there. Yeah, we could have went for a bait, but if they let it go through, yeah, that would have hurt, because it's not going to be doing very much damage, and we could have gotten a Blast Burn, so I decided to do that. They're swapping into the Charizard. We're going to be going right into our Lapras here, and we're in a pretty good situation. We're going to go ahead and shield up that first Blast Burn, trying to maybe build up to 2 serves, but I got a little nervous and said, let's just get this first one off before we screw up. They decide to let it go down, and I want to get to Skull Bash here. I really do. I think I actually do anyways. They're going for Night Slash. Now, we had 2 Surfs we could have went for. I hope they don't use a shield here. Yes, they do. See, now we could have got off 2 Surfs, and Surf would have done a good amount of damage. So, going in with the Venusaur, since the Charizard's down. And getting ready, we're going in with the Charizard. Going to go straight for the Blast Burn here. Take out this Obstagoon. And in comes the Gramble. Are we going to be able to? No, we're not. We're just going to go straight for the Dragon Claw. I mean, we're about to go down. We might as well do that little bit of damage here. Going to be able to get to the Frenzy Plant and take the win with the Venusaur onto that Gramble. Looking good. Some of these are some pretty close matches here. Good games to all of these trainers. On to the next battle. We're met with a Venusaur in the lead. Let's see what they decide to swap into or not swap into. Now, I'm going to take a guess that another one of their Pokemon is weak to fire. So they're sticking this one out here, or at least trying to get off a charge move, and they're going to swap into the counter here. And there is that Charizard. I will see exactly what they have after this, I guess. Going to be going right into my Lapras here and going for that Surf. And it's getting through. Fantastic. I think I'm going to let this go down. Or let this go through. Yeah, I mean, we already, took down the Charizard. That's fine. We did it. All right, in comes the Venusaur. We're actually able to get to Surf. I think we actually bait out a shield here. Nope, that's not the battle. Okay, they knew better. All right. So going to go in with Charizard, and they're going to be switching into Glade immediately here. We're just going to go straight Blast Burn. And that's, I mean, whatever. Swap into our Venusaur, and let's see if we can get this thing. We have 2 shields. What are we doing with our life? All right, use the shield right now, because this is getting a little close to the wire here. And we should be looking pretty okay. All right, in comes Venusaur. Yeah, I mean, they have no more shields. We simply shield these up. Vine Whip, they cannot Vine Whip us down. There's no way. And we're able to get to a Frenzy Plant and secure the win with our Venusaur. Holding on to 1 shield left. Oh, no shields. Never mind. Used it. Focus. It's getting late here, guys. This is 3rd video of the day. All right. On to the next one. Ampharos. All right. So, I was laughing at the last trainer. Well, now you can laugh at me, because I'm going to stay in this fight, because, well, if I swap, I'm not going to be looking good. We stay and we take that, don't shield it, able to get off a Blast Burn, make them use a shield, and what we're going to do is just go in here with the Venusaur. Farm it down. I mean, we're going to go ahead and get off a Frenzy Plant before they can get off a Charge Move and make our health go down a little bit there to preserve our health. They're going to go in here with that Lapras. We're going to go ahead and swap into our own, thinking there's no counter to our Lapras anymore. We took out that Ampharos. Little did I know, there's actually a Machamp in the bag to counter it. So, yeah. We're just going to try to do as much damage as we can before we do go down here. I think I might... Oh, able to get to another Surf here. They might have had their charge move ready. They're just... But maybe not. Anyways, not paying attention to the counts here. 100% sorry. So they're going for that Skull Bash. Taking us out. They raised their defense. Not in a good position here. Really not. Don't know if I'm actually going to be able to pull this one off. Have a bunch of energy. Going to be able to go for another Frenzy Plant, but it's not going to be enough. Or is it? Can we? Oh, yeah. We have another shield left. We're so comfortable. Oh, we're miles away from not being able to do this. All right. And we're able to win. Fantastic. A little bit of an exaggeration, of course. All right. And so we're met with another Venusaur. So obviously, a lot of these are good leads, right? So let's see if we can maintain them. They're swapping into Charizard. Man, a lot of this, same Charizard into Lapras kind of deal here. But at least you're going to be able to get an understanding around my score range of what you're going to be able to see potentially. But the meta is changing and shifting so much all the time. So Don't get used to it. I've seen a few Shadow Electivires roaming around. Potentially maybe gonna make one myself, but the thing is, I don't know if it's gonna get a community day because yeah, it is coming out of an egg and everything, but I might invest in it. I think I have a good one. We'll think about it. It's kind of expensive. But anyways, up against Venusaur here. Gonna go down. We have one shield. They have one shield. Gonna go in with our Charizard. They knew we were gonna do that, and they swap immediately into Swampert, and we have already been able to take control of this battle very well. So we're going to go ahead and let this go through. It doesn't matter. It's probably an Earthquake. There it goes. Now a Hydro Cannon will take us out. So we're going to kind of forced to use a shield, but what we do is not do that. We're going to let this go ahead and go down. Go in here with the Charizard, hit it with the Dragon Claw, and we're perfectly fine to take the win. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, trainers. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go and bringing you tons of Go Battle League battles. Thanks for watching and take care.